Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options Room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. And what I wanted to go over with you is a trade that I did on Halloween. So this is the last trade I've done, and I wanted to give you basically the setup for the trade and then show you the trade, kind of walk you through it as well. So I'm just taking off the more recent candles, so we're going back to, so I only see what happened on Halloween, and so this is what I was looking at when I did the trade, and what I could see is that there's some technical and more fundamental news-driven types of things going on here. So one of the big things going on with this chart is that we had some resistance here, and then we gapped up there. Well, if you recall, we had the Fed meeting where they cut 50 basis points on the 18th. Day after is when we gapped up and took out that resistance. And then we've been chopping around ever since, really held this gap up, basically, is the most important thing. You can see there's kind of a support zone down here where, we did hold support, ultimately broke out to the upside. But then on this day, you can see it's more of a gap and go day on the daily chart. But let's take a look on the intraday chart and get a sense for what that looked like. So in terms of putting on a 0 DTE trade for this day, you kind of have some decisions to make. Do you want to, like around the open, just jump in and put on something bearish, expecting it to go lower? Hindsight being 2020, yeah, that would have worked. Instead, what I did is basically waited for it to, finish, get the news out of the way, and then basically evaluate what it's doing. So let me expand this out a little bit, just so we can see this in a little bit more detail. All right, so we got the whole day on there, and then let's take a look at the trade that I did. So this is in Central Time. Keep in mind, everything, I'm in Central Time, so everything on the chart's going to be in Central Time. Okay, so this is the trade alert that I, pasted in here from the room. This is the actual trade I did, posted to the room. And so this is at 11:08 Central, basically, so, right around here, that was my entry. So what could I see at that point? Well, we tested the lows, basically this candle tried to take out that support. It failed, and probably more importantly, it failed quickly. In the room, a lot of times we'll call this a look below and fail. So we had a look below and failure to go lower because of the strong reversal of this candle. Looks like we have a bullish engulfing candle on that candle and a fair amount of momentum as well. So you can give it a little bit of time, see if it reverses, and then, expect that this low can hold because it was just tested. And so right around here, 11:08, I was watching this, is basically this candle was a setup for that. And so I was watching it to see, okay, what's it going to do? It retraced some of it on this candle, but ultimately continued to go higher. So, during this candle, I entered this trade, got filled on it and everything. So I sold a 5,700, 5,780 bull put for $1.50 credit. So that was, outside of where the support is, right? And so 5,700 is a great round number. And so that was at 11:08. So basically the question becomes, after I get filled on this, is should I stay in this, basically? So you can see how there was some attempt to find support, back in here, right? And then that ultimately turned into some kind of resistance, but it shopped around for a while. So let me, draw that line in. And so, you can see pretty clearly that, that level was acting as some resistance. To go back to the trade, this candle, took out, this low. You can give it some time, see if it wants to continue to go lower. Ultimately, I decided, this is moving too fast. So I took the profit that we had in the trade, and that turned out to be a good thing because we closed the lows of the day. So this would, not have been a, good trade to stay in, but, it was a good setup at the time. I think the entry was good, after that candle and the look below and fail, and we're able to take some profits on a bearish day. All right. So I hope that helped. Catch you in the room. Bye. Hi, this is Dave with the stock and options room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. If you want to trade 0 DTE options live and in real time with me, click the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.